I'm going to teach you how to track the voltage from the input passing through the charge circuit and then to the CPU circuit and to the RAM circuit and to all circuits in the motherboard. So please do not miss any moment in this video. Stay tuned until the end if you want to master motherboard voltages and how to track voltages from 1 to Z. But please don't forget to subscribe, share and like the video to help the channel. Your likes really motivate me to create more videos for you. Let's get started. So let's check the voltage from the DC connector. Here we have to find 19 volts in these two pins. So if we follow this path from these pins, as you can see, we have the path is in the other side of the motherboard. So let's check other side of the motherboard. So here, as you can see, the path goes directly to this diode. So if we check this diode, we have to find 19 volt, as you can see in the multimeter. And then from this diode, the voltage will pass directly to these MOSFETs. This is basically switches. Here we have this dot, means over here we have source. We have 19 volt, okay? 19 volt will pass to other side, to the drain, we have 19 volt, and then will pass here 19 volt because these two MOSFETs are connected together, and then it will pass to other side here to the source, as you can see, and then it will goes here. We have the charge IC. If we check any capacitor here, especially the big one here, we're gonna find 19 volt, as you can see. So from this diode, 19 volt will pass directly to this MOSFET, the first switch. We have 19 volt, okay? It will pass, of course, to the drain. Here we have drain, we have 19 volts, as you can see. And then, because these two MOSFETs are connected, we have to find 19 volt here. And then, in the other side of the switch, and then here we have the charge circuit. If we check the biggest capacitor here, we have here ceramic capacitors. Let's check the big one. We have to find 19 volts. As you can see, we have 19 volt. So the 19 volt path is good. And to understand very clearly how 19 volt pass from this side to this side, let's break it down. Here we have this dot, as you can see, okay? So here, this is the source. The 3 pins here are for source. Do you see? We're gonna find 19 volt in 3 pins, as you can see. This is for beginners, okay? And over here, the 4th pin is the gate. Let's check the gate. We have 3 volt. This is the control signal. So because we have the control signal here, the voltage will pass from this side to this side. This is basically the drain, okay? And then, as you can see, we have the same path, means we have connection, means we have 19 volt here, okay? So once we have 19 volt here, it should be passed to this side. But let's check first the gate. Here we have this dot, means this is the source. 3 pins here are for source. So let's check the gate over here. We have 1.7 volt. So this is the control signal. So 19 volt will pass from this side, from drain to source. Please, before diving into the course, we'd like to give a huge thank you to the sponsor for this video, PCBWay. PCBWay offers many services ranging from PCB production and assembly to 3D printing and a variety of materials. CNC machining, sheet metals fabrication, injection molding, and more. PCBWay makes it easy to get custom parts for your project, and if you don't like to work a lot with a soldering iron, they can even assemble your PCBs for you. That's the PCBWay. Now back to the video. And then to the charge IC. Here we have charge IC. As I told you before, always the charge IC, you will find it near to the DC connector and the battery connector, okay? So, of course, 19 volts, we have to find 19 volt here. And this is a rule. Always look for the bigger ceramic capacitor here. Over here we have big capacitors, and also we have other here big capacitors. Means we have to find 19 volt here in all these capacitors, as you can see. Okay, so please remember, always next to any IC, look for the big one here. You're gonna find the main voltage. So after we find that the 19 volt is distributed here in the charge circuit without any problem, so we have to move on to 3 volt 5 volt circuit, because the 19 volt will pass from this side to this side, from the charge circuit to 3 volt 5 volt circuit. Always look for the ceramic capacitors. Okay, here we have ceramic capacitors for this channel. Over here we have other ceramic capacitors for this channel. If we check those capacitors, we have to find 19 volt, as you can see. Okay, for this channel, the 5 volt channel. Okay, and if we check those capacitors here, we have also to find 19 volt. Let's check this side. As you can see, we have 19 volt for the 3.3 volt channel. So 19 volt will pass through these ceramic capacitors, as you can see here, in order to be filtered, and it will go directly to the MOSFET here. We have the drain over here. Okay, why this is drain? Because we have this dot. This is the source. So, and over here we have the gate. If we check the gate, we have to find 5 volts. As you can see, why? Because we want to get 5 volt here. Okay, so we have here 19 volts, and we have here in the gate 5 volt. So we will get 5 volt in the source. The same for this channel. The 19 volt will pass here through these ceramic capacitors in order to be filtered, and then goes through these voltage regulators. Here we have the dot over here, means this is the gate. We have to find 3.3 volt. Why? Because we want to get 3.3 volt here. Okay, so 19 volt. In the drain, we have the gate is activated 3.3 volts, so we will get here 3.3 volt. Okay, so, and of course the test point for every channel is inductors. This is the 5 volt channel here. Okay, also if we check this capacitor, we have 5 volt, and over here we have the 3 volt channel, as you can see, in the capacitor, in the inductor, or even in the gate here to control signal. Now let's move on to the RAM circuit. Over here we have the RAM. The type of the RAM is DDR3, means the working voltage is 1.5 volt. So we have to find 1.5 volt here. As you can see, we have 1.5 volt in the inductor next to the RAM. Okay, and of course in these two capacitors over here also, let's check this one, 1.5 volt. So this is VTT. Let's check this one. We have 1.5 volt. Okay, the same thing for the processor circuit. So for the processor, the same thing. We have to find the main voltage, 19 volt. So let's check if we have MOSFETs. Always look for MOSFETs like this or like these small MOSFETs. Okay, so we don't have MOSFETs here. Let's see the other side. So this is the back of the processor. We have the IC, the CPU control, and we have these two MOSFETs. If we check these two MOSFETs, we have 19 volt, as you can see. So this is good for the main voltage for the processor. Now let's see the other side and check the VCC core and VCCP. So this is the MOSFET. The MOSFET, usually the MOSFET always have more than one channel. Okay, so if we check this inductor here, we have 0.8 volt. So this is the VCC core, because always the VCC core is between 0.7 volt to 1.5 volt.